Space, the final frontier. Exploring strange new worlds, seeking out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before. This is a partial quote from Captain Kirk's opening line to every episode of Star Trek. The dictionary.com definition of frontier is an outer limit in a field of endeavor, especially one in which the opportunities for research and development have not been exploited. Boundary, border. Space truly is the final frontier in our universe. Even in our own solar system, the opportunities for research and development have only just been discovered. Today, I will first tell you about the planets in our solar system and their potential for harboring life, and second, the celestial bodies that are the best candidates for harboring life. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun at 58 million miles away. It has no moons. There is no evidence for life on Mercury and no evidence that it ever had life at any time. The planet is far too hot to hold water in any form, and because it's so close to the Sun, it cannot sustain an atmosphere. Liquid water and an atmosphere are thought to be necessary for any celestial body to hold life. Venus is the second planet from the Sun at 67 million miles away. It also has no moons. There's never been any evidence for life on Venus. Its climate is one of the worst in the solar system. During the day, temperatures can climb to 900 degrees because its atmosphere traps an enormous amount of heat. Therefore, there's an atmosphere, but it can never hold liquid water. Earth, our home. Third planet from the Sun, 93 million miles away, with one moon. It is the only planet where life has ever been observed, with an average daily temperature of 72 degrees Fahrenheit. The moon is too cold to hold any liquid water and too small to hold its own atmosphere, so there is no evidence of life there. However, 12 people sent from the Earth have walked on the moon. Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun, 142 million miles away. No life has been discovered so far, but scientists around the world are searching for it. It is the only planet other than Earth to have ice caps at its poles, so there is definitely at least one form of water on this planet. However, Mars is also too small to hold an atmosphere. Jupiter's fifth planet from the Sun at 778 million miles away. It is made entirely of hydrogen and helium. There is no water. However, Jupiter does have a large atmosphere that extends far into space. So far, the planet itself is lifeless, but some of its moons may have oceans underneath their crust that could support life. Saturn is the sixth planet from the Sun, 886 million miles away. Like Jupiter, it is made of hydrogen and helium and no water. The planet does hold an atmosphere, though. No life has been found on this planet, but there could be some on its moons. Uranus is the seventh planet from the Sun at 1.8 billion miles away. It is made of water, methane, and ammonia with a small rocky core. Despite the planet having an atmosphere, it is thought to be too cold to harbor life. Life is unlikely on its moons as well. Neptune is the eighth and final planet in our solar system. It is 2.8 billion miles from the Sun, made of hydrogen, helium, and methane. No potential for life on the planet or its moons has been discovered. This brings me to my final topic. Are there other places to look for life in the solar system? There are 5 celestial bodies in our solar system that many astronomers agree are the best candidates for harboring life. The first is Europa. Europa is one of Jupiter's moons. Its surface is completely ice, with lots of cracks but very few craters. These surface features suggest that the ice may act like tectonic plates on Earth, and that there may be subsurface volcanoes on Europa. This hints that there could be liquid water under the icy surface with hydrothermal vents to keep it warm. In fact, in 2013, the Hubble Space Telescope discovered holes in the ice where liquid water was shooting out. Water plus an atmosphere equals a very good candidate for life. Enceladus is a tiny moon of Saturn's. Its total surface area is about equal to the state of Arizona. It is much like Europa. It has an icy surface with water underneath. In 2008, a space probe discovered salty water spraying out of Enceladus' south pole. This moon's ice is also thinner than Europa's. Mars is another candidate for life in our solar system. The Curiosity rover found evidence that there was once liquid water on the planet in the form of rivers and lakes. There's also evidence that the planet's soil may contain organic compounds, which are the building blocks of life. However, the planet's inability to hold an atmosphere and cold temperatures limit the possibility for life on the surface. Io is another one of Jupiter's moons. It is believed to be the most geologically active body in the solar system with over 40 active volcanoes. All its volcanic activity has produced a thin atmosphere with traces of oxygen. Between two volcanoes, the temperatures can range from 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit to negative 202 degrees, meaning there are areas warm enough that humans could live there. However, water and organic compounds are unlikely to be found on Io. There's evidence that the moon once had abundant water, and may have held life at one time, but it would be a long time before scientists are able to explore Io. Titan is another one of Saturn's moons. It has a very thick atmosphere with traces of oxygen and organic compounds as well. There's no volcanic activity to keep the moon warm, though, so there is no liquid water. However, probes have observed lakes of ethane or methane on the surface. Life could exist there. This life would look radically different than any other kind of life we've seen. So there you have it, a quick look at where life is likely to be found in the solar system. But even if there is no life here other than life on Earth, there are literally trillions of other solar systems in the universe, none of which we've even come close to exploring. Solar systems exist around stars, and the closest star, other than the Sun, is Alpha Centauri, which is more than 4 light years away. The possibilities for life in the universe are nearly endless. We may just not have found it yet. Here are my sources. And I am dressed up, so please give me the extra credit. Thank you.